welcome to our cool channel. We are M3 Movies on YouTube. We talk about movies and films and stuff.
Hello!
What's up?
I'm Jack.
Brian.
Yeah, there you go. This is, would you believe it? This is M3 Movies.
Would you believe it?
We're
How
back.
long has it been? Has it been a year?
It's been about a year. I think the last time we recorded was like January.
January, okay.
We are out of the woodworks to record another episode of M3 Movies, the only podcast about movies where the hosts disappear for months on end.
Yeah. I mean, probably not the only one. I feel like there's gotta be plenty of those.
Well, I think what sets us apart. What sets us apart is that we do it regularly, because it's not like we're going to make another one of these next week.
I mean, I'm down. I'm not doing shit. I recorded on my phone last time I was home. I recorded on my phone a video that I was going to make for M3.
Did you really?
I wanted to talk about it. I literally just I didn't have a script. I just talked into a voice memo for 20 minutes and was like, if I'm going to listen to this back, if I like it, I'm going to make it. And then I listened to it back, I liked it, and I didn't make it. So maybe I'll do that.
You should edit it together or try again or something.
Yeah, maybe. It's about Columbus.
Ooh.
What a good movie. It's
okay.
Cool.
It's
about Columbus.
I thought you were going to talk about Christopher Columbus. And how
No,
terrible
it's
a person
not
he is.
about
No?
Christopher Columbus.
Okay.
It's about the movie that is set in Columbus, Indiana.
Yeah.
Called Columbus.
Yeah, the Columbus that you went to. Yeah.
Certainly on
No, I've seen it.
podcast many times. You've seen it? Yes, good.
Yeah,
work,
I just
Jack.
completely forgot about it.
Yes.
It's in Ohio,
how did you
too.
do that? That's
It's
confusing to me.
It's in Ohio City.
It's in Indiana City.
It's
So Columbus, Ohio is
okay. Yeah, no,
a
you're
city,
right.
but this is about Columbus, Indiana.
Let me. Okay, yeah. No, you're right.
I've been there, so.
And oh my God.
Yeah.
Have you seen the map of it?
I have.
That's terrible.
What?
If you look up Columbus, Indiana, and go to Google Maps,
Okay.
it's just the most grotesque looking map you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah. Yikes.
It's great, though. I loved it there.
Yeah, you and Aiden went, earlier this year?
That was about a year ago now, too.
Oh, was it
It
really?
was right after Christmas last year.
Jesus.
So, in about a year.
Time flies.
Pandemic.
Time flies when you're
Makes
sitting
sense.
inside doing nothing.
I know. It's really crazy.
I was going to make, actually, literally this time last year, I was going to make an essay recapping everything that happened in Star Wars to get people pumped for Rise of Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
And then that didn't happen.
What I want to hear really fast
Yeah.
what your Rise of Skywalker thoughts are now. I feel like it's been a long time since then, and
It's been
there are
almost-
a lot of varying opinions about it. I want to know what you think now.
It's been actually, almost exactly a year. It came out December 20th. I watched it back again maybe a month or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's certainly not my favorite Star Wars.
Yeah.
But you know me, I like Star Wars, so
Mhm.
I enjoy it for what it brings, but also
where on the rankings 1 through 9?
probably dead last.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. It's not even close to Dead Last for me, but I'm a prequels hater.
It's
so
that or Phantom Menace. That's
it's
dead
gotta be
last
the
for me.
Phantom Menace. The Phantom Menace is just
Well,
terrible.
Phantom Menace has nostalgia for me too, which is
No,
working
that's fair.
against
Yeah,
Rise of
that's where it comes from,
Skywalker.
But holy moly, I can't stand that movie. I think last time I did Star Wars rankings, it was number 5. And I think that's still about right. 5 or
What?
6.
Okay, so the 3 prequels, but what other 2 movies?
So the 3 prequels, 7, 8, 9, and then I had it above The Force Awakens.
Interesting.
Which, I don't know, it's hard. I think it has high highs and lower lows. I think it nails Kylo, so I was talking about this. I was talking about this to somebody recently. I still think that, as cheesy as it is, and as, fandom-y as it is, I still think Reylo works really well.
I kind of agree with that. It's
the
grown
best
on me
part of the
more.
movie.
Yeah.
And there are parts of it that I like, and I think that The Force Awakens, like, the more I rewatch it, is just, like, more and more, like, boring.
Yeah.
Like, nothing really happens.
No, I agree with that. The Force Awakens is probably my, aside from Rise of Skywalker, because it just came out, it's probably my least rewatched Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of, I don't know. It does a good job of, I think, reintroducing the world to Star Wars. Because it got everyone's hyped up again.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of, there's not much to it.
That's true.
So.
Alright, well, that was a good little tangent.
Yeah.
I like that. I enjoyed that.
I always enjoy talking about Star Wars. Which is
Oh,
good,
yeah.
because we've got a lot of Star Wars content to talk about today.
Hells yeah.
Including but not limited to The Mandalorian. Have you been watching it?
I have not. So this is my Mandalorian thing.
Yeah.
I am terrible at watching TV.
Yeah.
And this is just a general statement. The only TV show that I think I've ever watched, like, as it's come out, and, like, consistently, like, stayed up to date with it, was Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And I don't know what about that made it possible for me, but it did.
Yeah.
Other than that, my track record with TV is terrible. I'll usually watch, like, a couple episodes, be obsessed with the show for, like, 2 days, and then forget about it and never return to it.
Yeah.
That happened with, like, Breaking Bad. That happened
Wait,
with,
did
like,
you never
Walking
finish Breking
Dead.
Bad?
No, I never even got close to finishing Breaking Bad. I've gotten, like, mostly through the first season. That's, like, it.
I think you would love Breaking Bad. I started
This is what everyone says to me.
I started and finished watching Breaking Bad, like within the last couple of months. It was fantastic. It was very good.
So this is exactly what happened to me with The Mandalorian. I tried to watch it as it was coming out, because I was like, then I'll actually watch it. I did that for like 3 weeks, stopped, and then never caught up. So I am very behind The Mandalorian. Don't really know a lot about it. That's the thing with Disney, all these TV series, I'm like, which of these am I actually going to watch? Like, probably none of them.
Yeah, probably.
If I'm being honest with myself.
Well, and I feel like The Mandalorian would probably be bad for you too, because as it's gone on, it's delved a lot deeper into stuff from like the other TV shows now too. Like in the last season, they introduced the Darksaber, which was from like Clone Wars and Rebels, and then this season, spoiler alert, they introduced Ahsoka, who hasn't been in live action yet. So
yeah. I know about that because of the announcement.
Yeah, well, because of Twitter too.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I wish that it's the same thing with video games. Like, so I was like so excited for The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The Last of Us is easily my favorite game.
Yeah.
It's so good. And The Last of Us 2 was like 7 years in development. Then it got pushed back, and I was like crying on Twitter. I was like, oh my god, this is so sad. This is all I've been looking forward to. Please give me The Last of Us 2. I got it, played it for 3 days straight, didn't beat it, haven't beaten it still.
Seriously? You haven't gotten through the story yet?
So I think, okay, to be fair, I think part of the reason for that is that I know what happens.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm not as, like, pushed to finish it. I think I'm going to finish it before I go back to school.
Right.
But, like, literally this thing that I was, like, just, like, biting my nails over, like, I just still haven't finished. And I can't keep my attention on, like, the same piece of something for, like, longer than, like, 2 or 3 days at a time.
Yeah.
It's very odd and very annoying. But
I hate that about you.
yeah, I hate that about you too. So.
Also, real quick, I feel like we should just say a quick disclaimer. I am recording off of my iPhone, and Brian and I are FaceTiming, so if it sounds shitty, that's why, and I won't apologize for it. Yeah,
it probably does.
Yeah.
But
who cares?
I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Disclaimer over.
You want to just, like, pick a studio and, like, jump in?
Oh, for the Disney...
Yeah, I mean, we can start at Marvel, we can start at Star Wars, we can start at, like, FX, we can start at animation, we can start at Pixar.
Let's start with FX, because that's the most exciting to me.
Alright, I guess, like, so, like, the thing is that, like, all of these things that Disney owns that people don't realize that they own, so, like, they own Hulu, so
I didn't know they owned FX. I didn't realize It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia was studios.
FX was part of because that was 20th Century Fox, so they now own FX. So Always Sunny got extended. And I think the other big thing is that Alien is going to have a series on FX from the guy that did. I just was looking at this. I was literally just some other adaptation. Fargo.
Oh yeah.
Fargo guy.
Is that show? I've heard that show's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I don't watch TV.
Oh yeah.
So I couldn't tell you, but
I've
only heard good things.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for more It's Always Sunny. I don't think you can really go wrong with that show.
That show's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
And I recently watched, actually, the episode that got a lot of attention. I can't remember what it's called. It's the one about... Mac Finds His Pride.
Okay.
That one was very good. It did a rare It's Always Sunny thing, and it took itself seriously.
Yeah, I know. It's always interesting when they prove that they can do that.
Yeah. Which is very rare.
Yes.
But yeah, it was really good. I can see them kind of fizzling out, though. I feel like some of the choices that they've made in these more recent seasons have been a little bit iffy. I
mean, yeah, it's just I think that show thrived on being controversial. And it still does. Yeah. But I feel like it's a little more scary.
Yeah. Well, you know that Mickey Mouse is going to come out of the woodworks now and slap him on the wrist every time.
I don't think that Disney actually oversees these things. I think that they just pay for it.
Yeah.
They're just go ahead.
Pay for it and take money.
Yeah, I know. And then Hulu, they're extending Handmaid's Tale,
which obviously.
Let's see. They're at. Okay, so one series I am gonna watch is a Hulu series coming out called Dope Sick. One, because it's called Dope Sick. What a great title! That's the best title I've ever heard in my life. Secondly,
I'm gonna assume that you like that title because it sounds like they're saying oh dope and also oh sick. When I'm almost certain it's dope as in the drug. Yeah. Okay.
Dope Sick.
Yeah.
But it stars Michael Keaton.
Oh, I didn't know that.
One of my faves, my guys, and also Caitlin Dever, who I just book smart. She's my everything. I love her so much. Please let her play Ellie in the Last of Us show.
You think she should play Ellie?
Okay, in reality, I think that an unknown should play Ellie. But
actually, I see it now.
If I'm picking a celebrity, her.
I love her. I didn't necessarily agree with you, and then I looked up pictures of her, and the fourth one in, she looks almost identical to Ellie. So okay.
She's a little old, but they would probably age up Ellie anyway.
Yeah.
Because they usually do for stuff like that. So I imagine Ellie would probably be 17, 18 in the show.
Yeah. Tim Allen opens up about Caitlin Dever leaving Last Man Standing. Oh man.
Yeah, that's where she kind of got her start, was on the Tim Allen show.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, it is what it is. Booksmart, I still have her. I checked the other day, and I still have her in my top 5 actresses from last year.
Yeah.
So.
Do we want to? Do you still want to talk about FX, or do we want to use this Tim Allen as a fantastic segue into the Buzz Lightyear movie without Tim Allen? What? That's crazy.
So I guess that the reason it's not Tim Allen is because it's not actually Buzz. It's a real astronaut.
Yeah.
And it's
I've heard it's the movie.
What the toy is based on.
Yeah.
You know?
The movie.
So I guess it makes sense. Chris Evans.
Which I think is a really fun idea. I think that's...
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm I can see it going either way.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that, and this is going to probably be controversial and I may change my mind on this, I think the worst way that they could go is to give it the actual, Pixar sincerity. I hope that they just make it, a fun, cheesy, goofy movie where it's okay, yeah, that was fun, and I don't have to think about it too much. Because
yeah,
I think
I can see that
you
being good. I really just have no idea. My biggest worry about it is Chris Evans, because I feel like
really.
yes, because so did you ever watch Onward?
Yes.
I feel like by far the most distracting part of that movie is like the fact that it's Chris Pratt and Tom Holland, and they just really sound like Chris Pratt and Tom Holland, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so annoying.
Yeah.
Like the entire time.
So are you saying that you wish that they had gotten another person or like a more unknown or what?
Yeah, like I don't know. Maybe Chris Evans is the right guy for this.
Because like it's not like it's not like Pixar
Tom Hanks
is.
and Tim Allen
Yeah.
like very famous voices. But
Yeah.
I think it's just like that's like from before my childhood even started. So like it's it's always been that way.
Yeah.
And maybe that's unfair.
I think
but
actually
I'm
like Coco and maybe The Last Dinosaur or whatever are like the only ones that don't have huge stars.
Yeah, but
them.
it's I don't know. It's so weird because it's so inconsistent.
Yeah.
Like, Amy Poehler is in Inside
Yes.
Out. She's the main character. It doesn't bother me one bit.
Really?
I can't understand it. I don't know what.
What about Sadness, the woman from The Office?
Oh,
I can see that one being
I'm
distracting.
not like a huge Office guy. Like I love The Office, but
Yeah.
like, and I've seen all of it, but like
Yeah.
I don't even like really notice it. I feel like she like I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
What else is Pixar doing? They've got a couple other movies.
So they're doing this like long form animated series.
Yeah.
Called Win or Lose. It's like this thing. It's like a sports team, and it's like an anthology thing or something. So it's like each of these like kids. It's like their like I don't know if it's their life or like just like the week like leading up to like this sporting event.
Yeah.
Or something, and I don't really know what like the creative spin on that is. If it's like an Inside Out type thing or like what, but. So that's a thing that they're doing. That's not till 2023. So
Jeez.
that's
3
a long
years
ways
from
away.
now? God. The world may be over by then.
The woman that directed Bow is getting a feature length.
Oh, the dumpling short?
Yeah, the dumpling short. Called Turning Red. It's this movie about a little girl who's kind of the Hulk. It's like whenever she gets nervous or something, she turns into this red panda.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Red panda.
When's that one dropping? When's that one coming out?
That's 2022
Okay.
with Lightyear.
Are they making
next year is Luca.
Oh, so they're doing a movie a year now.
Yes.
Have they always been doing that? And I just haven't been paying
I
attention?
think recently they have been.
Okay.
But usually it's like you just forget about it because like one of them's a sequel. So
Yeah.
like, Finding Dory comes out and you're like,
Yeah. So that they can put more effort into original. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. So then Luca is coming out next year. That's like some Italian kid. I don't really know what the Pixar twist is on that either. It looks interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see, I guess.
That one was described as an Italian kid and his like older friend have some like unforgettable summer in Italy or something like that, right?
Call Me by Your Name. But
Yeah.
Pixar.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Let's go. Sounds great.
Could you imagine an animated Peach scene?
I would love that.
Oh wait, there's already a preview of it. Oh, it comes out next year. That's why.
Yeah.
June of next year. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. How did I never heard of it?
Oh yeah. And then like they're doing a few more series as well, I guess. They're doing like a Doug series from Up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they're doing a Cars series.
Oh, I didn't know about
care.
the Cars series.
Yeah. Like Lightning McQueen and Mater do like a road trip.
Jesus.
Because, you know, every trip is a road trip. So I don't really know what the twist is going to be here, but
They must make so much money off the merch from the Cars movies.
yeah, that they just keep making them.
Yeah. How many animated shorts have there been for the Cars movies?
Oh, countless, dude.
Countless.
The freaking Mater's Tall Tales.
Okay,
Those
I loved
things
those
are-
when I was a kid, though.
Those are like, they're pretty funny watching them. Like, not like actually funny, but they're just so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, it's just Larry the Cable Guy humor.
Oh my god, he voices Mater.
Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't realize?
No, it just clicked. It just clicked.
Yeah.
I've had a couple moments like that recently. Like some, oh, I guess there was one thing, but it was from a musical, so never mind.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Is that everything for Pixar?
I think so, other than, like, Soul is coming out.
Oh, yeah, I am looking forward to that.
But
that looks beautiful.
That's been known.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, then, yeah, let's hop on over to the House of Mouse, yeah?
House of Mouse?
Yeah.
Alright, let me...
House of Mouse.
Okay.
Zedong.
Okay, so I'm still, like, the most exciting thing for me is the Kelly Marie Tran movie.
Yes.
I still think that thing looks awesome.
I love
it looks so cool. And Kelly Marie Tran just deserves the world after what she's been through. So, I'm excited to see her prosper.
She's amazing.
It's going to be awesome. They're making another movie with Lin-Manuel Miranda doing music, which is so exciting.
Yeah.
Moana is full of bops.
It really is, honestly. If you put a gun to my head and said, listen back to the full album of any Disney movie, I'd probably choose Moana.
That's an interesting question. Now I have to go on this tangent.
Go for it.
What would I choose?
I've got a gun to your head. Listen to a Disney album or a show.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. The first thing that comes to mind is The Princess and the Frog.
Okay. I've been meaning to rewatch that. Or,
it's
I guess,
so good.
Watch that.
The most underrated Disney movie, maybe.
I know,
Tangled's a good option.
Yeah.
The Little Mermaid's a good option. Aladdin's a good option.
I feel like anything that was out when I was a child, I would probably just hate. For no reason other than it reminds me of being a child.
I feel like Frozen 2 isn't a bad option, but I wouldn't choose it.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with any of the music from Frozen. Well, that's not entirely true.
What?
I'm familiar.
Have you seen Frozen 2?
I haven't seen it.
Oh!
I'm familiar with all the
It's
end credit music because I had to sweep the theater for that countless times last winter.
That's the Panic version of
Yeah.
the Unknown, isn't it? It's gross. I don't like it.
Did you know, by the way, the end credits for Frozen 2 are like 15 minutes long? It's ridiculous.
A lot of people worked on that movie.
It's absurd.
It's a huge leap forward in Disney's 3D animation.
I could probably do that.
Probably?
Myself. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably myself as well.
I've been learning Blender, so I could probably get on that. Yeah. I'll work on it this weekend.
Alright, sick. Yeah, no, but so Manuel Miranda's returning. I think I would choose Princess and the Frog, just to officially end this tangent.
Alright.
Just a bunch of bangers. Like, you got tearjerkers in there, you got bops in there, you got slow jams in there.
Yeah.
You just can't go wrong.
Maybe
You don't
I'll
have any
watch that
skip
soon.
songs. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, Miranda's doing... Oh gosh. I don't know how to pronounce Spanish for it because I didn't speak Spanish.
Oh, Brian.
Encanto is English, but I don't know if that's how you pronounce C's in Spanish.
Yeah.
Did not take Spanish. I don't feel bad. That looks cool.
Yeah.
I think it's set in Colombia.
In June 2020, the Disney themed news outlet okay. Directors Brian Howard and Jared Bush will be making this Walt Disney Animation Studios film about a young Brazilian girl who is the only one in her family not to have magical powers. Lin-Manuel Miranda is writing the music, and Bush and Howard co-wrote the script with Charisse Castro-Smith, who serves as co-director.
Yeah.
Very cool. Release date November 24th, 2021.
I just already know.
Yeah.
And then did you see these series that they're doing?
Maybe.
Okay, so you're about to go crazy if you haven't. All right, you got Baymax getting a series.
Ooh, yeah, that's right.
Zootopia Plus is what the series is called.
Oh boy.
interesting title.
Yeah.
Tiana's getting a series. Huge news.
Yes,
and
I did hear about
Moana's
that.
getting a series.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Huge.
Did not know that one.
And then Disney is also pairing with this like Pan-African company called Kugali, and they're making this thing called Iwaju. Again, I have no idea if that's how it's pronounced. But just the still image I saw is so cool. It's so cool looking. And I'm excited for it because it looks so cool.
I'm interested to see if those series are going to be if they're going to be closer to like The Mandalorian with one kind of through line story, and that's kind of what's happening, or if it's going to be more like, just kind of situational.
Yeah, no, because it's like
episode
they've made
by episode.
Like series in the past.
Yeah.
Like there's like a Tangled series.
Yes.
That's like on Netflix, and it's just like random little misfit things, and it's not good.
Yeah.
Like, so, like it's not even like really a continuation. Like she has her blonde hair for some reason. I don't know how they explain that. I don't remember.
Did you watch that one, Brian?
I've seen episodes. My sister watched a lot.
Okay.
To clarify, my sister is older than me.
Because if that was the TV series that you were able to sit through.
No. I've just seen episodes because my sister is a child inside.
Who isn't at this point?
That's a good point. That's fair. All the respect for her.
I mean, I love Star Wars. So.
Fair. Star Wars is great. Alright, and then live action stuff. Okay. Hocus Pocus 2 is happening. Huge.
Oh, yeah.
They're bringing back Cheaper by the Dozen.
Here's my hot take on Hocus Pocus. It's not good. It's a not good show.
I feel like that's not even that hot of a take. I definitely know a lot of people, or maybe it's just like film Twitter, does not like that movie. Yeah. I think it's a great time. I think it's hilarious.
Just feel like all of the main characters, the whole main cast is just
they're so obnoxious.
They're so obnoxious.
So
annoying.
But I have a great time with it. I think it's really funny. So, and then you got Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers,
yeah,
a hybrid live-action animated film starring John Mulaney.
Oh no! No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'd heard of the Chip and
Dale.
No way.
John Mulaney and Andy Samberg.
Is this the one that's partially live action too?
Yeah, I do not know how that is not being talked about.
Oh my god!
I don't know how that's not the highlight of this Disney event. But that is hilarious.
Did they have voices in the past? I'm not too familiar with the Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Chip and Dale don't speak.
Okay, so
they chip to each other. They're like.
So then I can't.
They have little voices, but they don't speak English.
I can't decide if it would be better if John Mulaney and Andy Samberg actually had speaking lines, or if they just got these two major stars to just go the whole time.
John Mulaney into a
yeah. In the whole movie, you're like, this is John Mulaney, right?
Yeah. No, Chip and Dale are basically the Tom and Jerry of the Disney cast.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah,
I know a little bit about Chip and Dale, and I just don't think that's true.
Chip and Dale cause little mischief, and Pluto chases them around in Tom and Jerry-esque.
Okay, so they're Tom and Jerry in the form that they do pratfalls and crazy cartoon.
Yeah, they do little mischievous things, and then somebody tries to stop them, and then they laugh about it.
Not in that they're mortal enemies. Speaking of Tom and Jerry,
Chip and Dale are buds. They're a tag team. They would both be Jerry in this case.
Speaking of Tom and Jerry, actually, can we talk about that Tom and Jerry live action movie trailer that dropped recently?
What are you talking? That's what?
You don't know?
I do not.
You haven't
Dude,
heard?
I've been so out of the loop over the last 2 or 3 months.
Oh yeah, you're telling me, man. It looks terrible. It looks really bad.
Let's take a look. See.
Yeah, just go ahead.
I'll watch this on mute because I feel like the sound isn't what's important.
Oh no, not at all.
God.
Yeah. Here we go. Live reaction.
They're on Google Street View.
That's how they cut costs on filming.
What is this? And of course, it's Warner Brothers. Oh my god, why do I expect anything different?
Yeah. It's like...
Is that Chloe Grace Moretz?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
They got a star-studded cast to stand around and gawk at nothing on set.
Is that Michael Pena?
Okay, I looked up Tom and Jerry on Google. Underneath, people also ask is the first thing, how did Tom and Jerry die?
This looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
This looks... Oh my.
It looks like they're trying to do like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit type thing without putting in any of the effort.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Film will also get a month-long simultaneous release on HBO Max.
We have to talk about that after we're done with the Disney stuff.
Yeah,
Is the
yeah.
next thing, 'cause,
Okay, yeah, let's hop on back to Disney real quick, and we'll
Okay.
finish this tangent
More
before
Disney
we
live action stuff.
hop over to another
Pinocchio,
one.
which is going to be one of 2 Pinocchio movies that comes out in 2021.
Didn't hear about this. I didn't hear about
So
either of
Robert
these.
Zemeckis is making a Pinocchio movie
Oh boy. Robbie.
starring Tom Hanks as Geppetto.
Okay.
And then also Guillermo del Toro is making his Pinocchio movie with Ewan McGregor.
Okay.
Like the dark, like creepy Pinocchio. So there's going to be 2 movies that come out next year called Pinocchio.
It's going to be the Jungle Book all over again.
Yeah, but I think in this case the dark one's going to be better.
Well, yeah, because it's Guillermo del Toro.
It's Guillermo.
Who, did you say who's directing the first one? With Tom Hanks?
Zemeckis.
Zemeckis, that's right. And he's been
Who
doing some...
has made plenty of good movies.
Certainly,
Just
at a point,
not
yeah.
like super recently.
He's been on the scene recently. It's just that none of his stuff has really been...
Nothing's like memorable.
Yeah, quite the bangers.
Did you watch
Welcome to Marwin?
No. Did you watch the Charlie Kaufman movie, I'm Thinking of Ending Things?
No, but I want to.
Okay. So this is slight spoiler, not really.
Oh boy.
There's a movie that a character watches like in the movie.
Yeah.
Right? And the movie's not real. It's a fake movie that they filmed for it cuz Kaufman's a weird guy.
Yeah.
And there's like this whole thing where like you're instead of watching like the movie, you're watching the movie inside of the movie.
Yeah.
For fun. And
Like the Star Wars Holiday
the
Special.
movie
Got it.
ends and it says directed by Robert Zemeckis.
Did they actually get Robert Zemeckis to direct it?
No.
Oh, man.
It's just like apparently it was just like a placeholder.
Yeah. And then they
Because
kept
they
it.
didn't know what Kaufman didn't know what he wanted to put, and they showed it to Kaufman, and he like just laughed out loud. He was like, "Just keep that. That's hilarious."
That's fantastic.
So it's just like this fake movie inside of this movie is directed by Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll check that out.
It's a banger. It's wild.
I've heard it's pretty confusing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's good.
But it's good.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's very long. Like, it's not actually that long, but it feels so long.
Yeah.
But not in a bad way. It's like, it's wild. Toni Collette is so good.
Oh, Toni
David
Collette.
Thewlis is so good.
Toni Collette is great in everything she's in.
That's not true.
Knives Out.
You ever seen Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage?
Muriel's Wedding. Have you ever seen Muriel's Wedding?
I have not seen Muriel's Wedding.
That's certainly a movie. Look, I think
You
people...
ever seen Triple X, The Return of Xander?
I have not. No.
She's terrible in that movie. Muriel's Wedding. Oh, I've seen this poster before.
I think people do like it, but I watched it recently and it
God, Toni
was
Collette
not
is
for
just
me.
insane. I'm looking at her in this movie and she's like smiling and she looks crazy.
I didn't recognize her like the whole movie. It was literally just because she had brown hair.
Yeah.
Because there's a point where she does like a cover of an ABBA song and she's wearing a blonde wig. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's Toni Collette.
Yeah. Okay. Furthermore, Peter Pan and Wendy.
Oh, yeah, we're still on this.
Jude Law's gonna play Captain Hook. Good times.
Who is?
Jude Law.
Jude Law. Okay.
Disenchanted.
Yes.
The sequel to Enchanted.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Enchanted is a banger.
It's very good.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I actually kind of want to watch Enchanted now. Maybe I'll watch Enchanted after this. Is that it? Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh boy.
Getting another movie.
Hell
over at
yes.
Disney.
That's my most anticipated movie, if we're being completely honest.
The Ice Age, I haven't heard about this one, I'm just reading off of the thing.
Are they making another Ice Age movie?
Yes, it is. Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild is getting a movie starring Simon Pegg. And then Night at the Museum is happening again, I guess. Way. Apparently.
How did I not hear about these?
Yeah, so all those are happening, and then also stuff that was already announced, like Jungle Cruise, Cruella, the Lion King prequel, and The Little Mermaid released its full cast. Do you know who is playing Sebastian?
Yes, Daveed Diggs, right?
Daveed Diggs.
I'm so on board. I'm
so on board.
I'm happy with that, actually.
I love Daveed Diggs more than most people I know in real life. And I am so excited for that.
I want to watch Blind Spotting again.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Banger. Have you ever heard Daveed Diggs' music? Have you ever heard Clipping?
I think I may have heard some of it, here and there.
They're so weird. There's this one song where, it's called Get Up. And the entire song is just, the beat is just an alarm clock. It's so obnoxious. Daveed Diggs is just rapping over an alarm clock.
Good for him.
We're gonna play some.
Yeah.
Because I want you to hear this. Just headphone warning, I guess.
Okay.
Because it's just an alarm clock.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's so annoying. But wait. See, he just goes off.
That was, I genuinely, I want to apologize to all three people that are going to listen to this podcast. That was one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life.
No,
just because it, the sound was clipping in and out, and also because of the alarm clock. But yeah. I'm sure Daveed Diggs did fantastic. He's amazing.
Don't wait.
On the topic of Disney, actually, did I tell you I watched the TV show Once Upon a Time?
No.
Yeah, I did that.
I have seen one episode of that show a long time ago.
I want to know what did you think of that show? Of that,
the one episode, I was this is kind of dumb, but I can see myself getting invested in it because I like these characters.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really bad.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be.
I just wanted to throw that out there because we've been talking about the Disney stuff. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're thinking about watching Once Upon a Time, don't.
Yeah. Watch something good instead.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, which one of the big boys do we want now? Star Wars, Marvel. Should we shit on something first, or should we
Let's shit on something first.
Alrighty.
Star Wars.
Studios. It's actually not all terrible.
That's, you know what?
There are things in here
I'll
that
agree
I am
with you
excited
there.
about.
I'll agree with you there. You know what? I do actually want to talk about something that kind of came out of left field for me, which is a Marvel project that I'm actually kind of excited about.
Sure.
And I want to specify it's an MCU project in particular.
Sure.
It's the Loki show.
The Loki show.
I don't know if you saw the trailer for that.
I did not see the trailer, but I've heard about it for a long time.
Honestly, it looks like they're trying to do something kind of different from their normal, main character has to fight bad guy type thing.
Yeah, well, bad guy is main character.
Yeah. That's very true. That's great.
It's so different. I love how the main Thanos, the main character. Sorry.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, have you seen the trailer for it yet? No, right?
I have not. No.
You should watch it. It looks pretty interesting, actually. And maybe I just like the way that it's filmed because they're not doing the typical boring ass Marvel shots.
Is it more like Thor: The Dark World or MCU or something else entirely?
Something else entirely. It's more. Okay. It's more Mandalorian, actually. I would say
more Mandalorian.
Yeah, I feel like they've got a different look that they're going for their shows. Because there is actually, like, if you look up
like
just
that
Loki.
WandaVision trailer is weird as hell.
Yeah.
From forever ago, it looks interesting.
If you look up just Loki, the fourth picture is a shot from the trailer, and it's actually like color graded, and it doesn't look like.
It doesn't look like Wakanda.
Yeah, it doesn't look like absolute horse shit. It looks like they actually like put some time into that shot.
Oh god, I missed this. Yeah, I'm looking at. I obviously can't hear it, but I'm just like looking at the trailer.
Yeah,
it looks like more visually interesting.
Yeah,
than I
right.
feel like I'm used to.
There are a couple of shots in there that I was like, okay, this looks like an actual thing.
Yeah.
So I am actually looking forward to that. And then I want to talk about WandaVision because they dropped a trailer for that.
Yes.
The first half I was invested and interested, and I was like, okay, they're like going for something different here. And then the second half completely lost me.
I cannot imagine two characters in the universe that I care about less. Like, I don't care at all about Vision.
Did you remember that Vision died?
Yeah.
They killed him. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. They did do that.
Him and, like, Loki, and Gamora. All characters that they killed off that I just completely forgot about.
Loki died.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What?
Yeah.
That just happens, like, in the very beginning of that
They
movie.
broke his neck, and it's like, okay, there's a major character that just died. So ridiculous.
Oh gosh, okay. I forgot about that.
It was probably because,
I remember Gamora.
I barely
That's like
do.
a whole scene.
I remember laughing at her death scene, because it was
I
just
also remember laughing.
ridiculously filmed.
Like, oh, I feel bad for Thanos in this situation. He has to kill his daughter. What? Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, wait. So, a competitor for two characters I care about less than Wanda and Vision
Give it to me.
are the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I don't care at all.
That's
Like,
fair.
it feels like they're just taking all the characters that they never put time into and giving them TV series.
Yeah.
Like-
Which I guess I can appreciate instead of giving them full feature-length movies like Cough Cough Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Because as much as I love Paul Rudd, as much as everyone loves Paul Rudd, Ant-Man is boring.
The title is so bad.
It's so bad.
You see the title for the third one?
No.
It's so bad.
What
it's
is
called
it?
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantum Mania. It's terrible.
I hate Marvel.
It's a terrible title.
I forgot how much I hate Marvel. It's been such a lovely year
It's been
without
such a
having to deal
lovely
with
year.
Marvel.
The highlight of the year has been like not having to endure Marvel content.
Yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is interesting because Falcon is a character that has had no character development.
None.
And the Winter Soldier is a character who has had all of their character development happen off screen.
Yes.
Like in between movies, all of a sudden everyone's fine with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they
It's
do
just
there.
like, why do these two hang out?
Because they're friends with Captain America.
Yeah, but
They're-
they don't seem
they're-
to like, isn't the whole bit in the other movies that they don't like each other?
I think so.
Like,
It's like
that bit
it's like
in,
Winter Soldier is the guy that Captain America invited to a hangout without telling.
like the other friends.
Yeah, without telling the
Yeah.
Falcon. Yeah.
Without telling Falcon.
Yeah.
And now they like are forced to hang out with each other.
Uh-huh.
God. Okay. Hawkeye.
Oh,
Don't
oh
care.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Don't care. I don't care.
It's
It's
got
Haley Steinfeld. I love Haley Steinfeld.
yeah. She's great in Into the Spider-Verse, which came out a year ago today.
Yes.
2 years ago today.
She's great in everything, really.
What else has she been in?
She's in The Edge of 17. She's great in that movie. She's in True Grit. She's great in that movie. She's a very talented singer.
Gross, Brian.
And now she's doing this, and I'm not gonna get mad at her for that, but...
When does Spider-Verse 2 come out? 2022?
Yeah, probably not until at least 2022.
Jesus. That is probably, other than all the Star Wars stuff, the only movie that I'm, like, actually excited about. Or, like, sequel to something that I'm excited about.
Yeah. Okay, so wait. Let me keep looking at these. So,
Yeah.
Miss Marvel, I think, is getting a series. I don't really care about that. She-Hulk is a thing I don't care about at all.
Oh, is it?
Moon Knight, don't know what that is. Don't care. They're making a Fantastic Four movie, but they haven't announced anything about it. And then all of these things that they've already announced, Black Widow, Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Black Widow has Florence Pugh, so I'll watch it. Shang-Chi has Awkwafina, so I'll watch it. Eternals, I am interested in.
Okay.
I think that's
Talk to
the
me about
one
that.
I'm the most
I
interested in.
I don't know that much about the Eternals.
So I don't know much about Eternals, like the plot at all, but I know that it has Kumail Nanjiani in it. I know that it has Brian Tyree Henry in it.
Yeah, because that Kumail Nanjiani got ripped recently for that.
Yeah. Brian Tyree Henry is, for people that don't know, he plays Paperboy in Atlanta. That is a TV series I have been watching. The best show I've ever seen. It's so good. I love Atlanta. I love Atlanta so much. So I'm excited for that. And it's being directed by Chloe Zhao, who just released, or is about to release, is about to release Nomadland, which I saw at a film festival, and is, like, maybe the best movie I've seen all year. It's so good.
Yeah.
And it's so, like, the opposite of an MCU movie, so I just have no idea what is coming.
Yeah.
It's, like, the most quiet, like, little patient, like, just, like, scenic movie.
Ooh, wonderful.
And I have no idea how that translates to the MCU. Doctor Strange is happening.
Oh,
if that is actually a horror movie, I am hype.
Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's a horror movie, I'm hype. If it's not, I'm bored. Don't care.
Have you seen all the memes about Sam Raimi watching all of the cast from his last movies joining on to Spider-Man while he's working on Doctor Strange? That's also something we could talk about, I guess, but I don't really care. Yeah.
I figured we'd get there. I'm so certain it's going to be terrible.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so certain.
That one I may hold off from shitting on just for a while, because it's going to be something that people are excited about.
It's something that, like, I know is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
No matter what. But I have very little faith.
Yeah.
That it's going to be good. Because, like, my problem with Far From Home is that it's already doing too many things. And it just sounds like they're just adding more things.
Yeah.
And I don't have any faith in them to do that correctly.
I think it could work if that's the focus of the movie, maybe.
Yeah,
because they did that. I mean, that's how Spider-Verse worked, was that they made it the focus, and then they gave it a distinct, like, main character that you could care about.
Yeah. I just, like, I'm in, like, the position, and I know this is a very selfish position, of, like, I just want the next Spider-Man movie to, like, not even have Spider-Man in it. I just want to watch, like, Peter Parker and, like, MJ hang out, and I would be so happy. That would be the best.
Would you want an MJ movie with just...
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm so down. I have so much faith that Zendaya could carry it, like, so easily.
Well, she's Zendaya.
You heard about this is a
She's
Sony
Michi.
project, so it's... Huh?
She's Michi.
Yeah.
Zendaya is Michi.
He's best.
Anyway, go on.
This is a Sony project, so it's not listed in here, but Olivia Wilde is doing a Spider-Woman movie.
I didn't know that.
That is super hype.
Is she directing, or...
She's directing.
Okay.
That's so hype. It's from the writers. The writer is the person who did the last cut of the or the last draft of the Booksmart script.
Oh, okay.
That script went through, like, a bunch of different hands, and then finally it got to this person, and she, like, made it.
Yeah.
So she's writing it, and directed by Olivia Wilde. I am so excited. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want.
Yeah.
Okay. And then a bunch of other things I don't care about, like Thor 4, I don't care. Black Panther 2, they should cancel.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, by the way.
Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
We haven't recorded since he passed away. That was genuinely crazy. Shocking. Yeah.
But, like, I just can't see, like, caring about the other characters enough. And I don't even know who, like, who is a character from that, like, world that can carry a movie. I don't think there is one.
I think Lupita Nyong'o could carry a movie solely because she's Lupita Nyong'o. Not because I know anything about her character.
But because she's, like, the actress?
Yes.
That's pretty fair. Blade with Mahershala?
Oh, yeah. Are they making a...
They're redoing Blade.
They're redoing it, okay. So it's not like an offshoot.
Mahershala Ali's going to play Blade. That's exciting. It's Mahershala. You got to get hype.
Oh, yeah.
Captain Marvel 2, I don't care, obviously. And Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I'm here for. But hopefully it's not... Hopefully it's more like Volume 1 than Volume 2.
Yeah, Volume 2...
Because Volume 2 is pretty bad.
Volume 2 always just leaves a sour taste in my mouth.
It's not good.
Face? Eyes, ear.
Taste.
It's just... I don't know. I don't know.
Ego's so boring.
He is, and it's just something about the way that movie's executed where it's just like... It's trying very hard to be funny, but I just don't think it is in the slightest. I think they laugh at all of their jokes way too much, and it makes me want to not laugh with them.
It doesn't know how to... Like, I feel like the thing that makes the first one work so well is how, like, well-defined, like, the team is.
Yeah.
And I feel like they just kind of, like, forget about that. Like, it feels like all four of the other characters are just kind of, like, off to the side, and it's like a Star-Lord movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which is, like, not the move.
Yeah.
But... I don't know, man.
That's the MCU for you, man. They'll push characters to the side so that they can have, cheap jokes and... Sucks!
The holiday special, though, is hype.
Oh, yeah. I think that'll be interesting.
I'm down. I'm here for it.
Is that next Christmas or the Christmas after?
That's a good question.
All right.
Probably the Christmas after, but maybe next Christmas.
Is that everything Marvel, or is there more?
There's more, but it's, like, all uninteresting things that I don't know. Like, there's, like, oh my god, freaking, like, Don Cheadle War Machine, again, is getting, like, a series or something.
Like, Armor Wars. Yeah.
There's gonna be, like, a Nick Fury and Talos show, which is, like...
Was Talos the...
Talos is Ben Mendelsohn's character in Captain Marvel.
Okay, so it's Mace Windu and Director Krennic?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right? That's who Ben Mendelsohn is, yeah?
I think so.
Ben... Yeah! That's my guy.
I could not care less about that. That sounds so boring. I don't know. I feel like they're just, like, throwing characters at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
They're just like, this character's not doing anything for a bit. Give him a show.
And you know what? This is also a good transition, because that is one of my worries about, drumroll please, Star Wars. So yeah, let's talk about some of the Star Wars. Because I am very excited for a lot of these. I have my worries about some of them. But mostly I'm excited. There is... I'll talk about the ones that I'm worried about the most first. There's, like... I think the number one that I'm worried about is Lando.
Okay. Interesting.
For a couple of reasons. I think it really is just because right now I don't know that much about it.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of it is up in the air. But also, I think I'd be cool with it if they brought Donald Glover back.
Yeah, because I think Glover does a good job in that movie. I just don't think that Solo knows what to do with him.
Yeah.
So I think if they give him more direction, I think that it could be cool.
Yes. But also I just kind of have my qualms about like fully recasting characters from the original movies.
Sure.
I mean, maybe it'll be good. We'll see. And then there's the Ahsoka series, which I am excited about because Ahsoka's amazing. Not too huge on Rosario Dawson. I think she's fine as Ahsoka. But we've also only seen her in one episode, so I think
fair.
I think time will tell. But yeah, that's exciting. People are excited for that. I'm excited for that. There's Rangers of the New Republic I'm interested in. As far as I can tell, those are going to be based on a couple of characters that have been in The Mandalorian a couple of times. Which is...
That's like the other one that's like Mandalorian spinoff.
Yeah. Which is interesting.
I think it's interesting that they're doing that so early. I feel like The Mandalorian's been around for not that long.
Yeah, well,
and that they're already
about a year now.
2 seasons.
Yeah.
And they're already ready to kind of branch it a little bit more.
Well,
Which, if they're confident in themselves and they have ideas for the stories, that I'm fine with. But if it's just kind of doing it to do it.
I think my biggest worry right now about a lot of the projects that they've announced is that not that many of them are really original. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for them, but I don't much care for seeing more of characters that we've seen already.
Yeah.
I would prefer more things like The Mandalorian, where we get a new character and a new story, and we can kind of explore the universe through that. But I mean, I
think my worry about it is it feels like we're not very far off from it just being the Star Wars extended universe in books.
Yeah.
Right? It feels like that's what's just gonna happen. There's just gonna be so much random content that doesn't seem to really have a place.
Yeah.
That it's gonna be near impossible for people to keep up with everything.
Yeah.
I mean, they're obviously I'm sure you will.
You will, yeah. No, I can see that, and I don't really like the extended universe that much. I think the big thing that they're gonna have to get right is just kind of keeping everything within the tone of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because one of my biggest kind of issues with the extended universe is that it doesn't feel very Star Wars-y. It just kind of feels like another one of those dark, gritty science fiction whatever series.
Yeah.
So I am very excited for Patty Jenkins' movie, Rogue Squadron.
Yes.
That looks, or not looks, they haven't shown
yeah.
anything, but I'm pumped for that. That looks awesome.
Patty Jenkins is
amazing. Yeah.
Just amazing. She's great.
And then the Taika Waititi movie, which they haven't said anything about, but he's also great. Although
I'm curious, if it's more Mandalorian, because he worked on that, right? Or if it's more traditional Taika. I think Taika brought something to Mandalorian. He brought a little bit of his stuff, but it's not Taika.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of curious if this is more Ragnarok, or if it's more
I would imagine it probably would be if they're giving him his own full movie. I'm sure they would probably, because The Mandalorian he had to fit to kind of more of a common
tone.
He's
not the only guy directing the show.
Yeah. But I think if they're giving him his own movie, then they'll probably give him a little bit more creative freedom.
I hope it's wild. Just go off, dude.
Yeah.
Give that guy that much just creative reign.
Oh yeah, and in the Star Wars universe, I think
you would just do whatever you want.
You really, you can do whatever you want. The first, or the animated Clone Wars movie from 2008 was literally about Anakin, who never had an apprentice, getting an apprentice and tracking down Jabba the Hutt's son.
Just because why not?
Yeah, you can do whatever the hell you want in Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Oh, there's the
We're missing one.
Well,
a big one.
We're missing a couple.
Yeah, but the big one.
Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one I'm excited for because Hayden Christensen's coming back.
That sound so okay. This is the thing.
Yeah.
Everybody on Twitter that I've seen is like, "Oh my god, Hayden Christensen's coming back! This is so exciting."
Yeah.
I sitting over here and like, why are we excited about this?
Because it's Star Wars, man.
Terrible. He is so bad.
Look, I think like most things in Star Wars, he has his high points, but he also has his low points. I think he brings something to the table that is really interesting. Like, I think he does a good job of kind of showing... I don't know. He did a lot of work in getting, like, the mannerisms and the kind of speech pattern of Darth Vader down, which I think is really interesting. And I think he'll probably do a good job of as Darth Vader again. But I mean, yeah, he is still kind of like whiny and annoying. Personally, I can watch it and enjoy it, but that's because I grew up with it and I just love Star Wars in general.
Where in the story is it set? I remember when we were first talking a while ago when Solo was coming out.
Yeah.
And people wanted an Obi-Wan movie, and you were talking to me about how like the problem with an Obi-Wan movie is that like we already have his whole story.
Yeah.
There's really only like a few years where he's like living in the desert doing nothing that we don't have content for.
It's about 20 years.
Where in the story is it set?
It's, I think, either 5 years after Revenge of the Sith or 5 years before A New Hope. I think I heard I heard 5 years somewhere in there.
Okay.
I mean, I'm interested. I was never one of the people who was like begging for an Obi-Wan anything. Yeah. Just because I do feel like we've seen a lot of him already, but I am excited for Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen to be coming back.
I guess it would make more sense if it's closer to A New Hope, considering these guys are just like much older now.
Yeah. Well, it's been almost 20 years since Revenge of the Sith came out.
Is Hayden like full Vader?
From what we know, I think yes. Kathleen Kennedy said it was going to be quote unquote the rematch of the century or something like that.
So what's the voice?
Probably Hayden Christensen.
The voice?
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm so
well. We don't know that much about it.
I want to know like all of the little ins and outs of how this is going to work because like.
I imagine it's going to be something like probably like a dream or hallucination sequence or something like that.
Okay.
Because I don't know how they would do an Obi-Wan and Darth Vader like actually fight type thing, you know?
Yeah. Because like where does that fit in?
Yeah.
Like you think like Obi-Wan would have mentioned that in the trilogy? If like there's this unknown time period, like 5 years ago he came by.
And also there's just a lot of stuff in A New Hope where it's like Darth Vader is like, oh, I sense Obi-Wan here, and like, oh, I haven't seen this guy since way back when. Which like there's a lot of lines of dialogue where he could be like, okay, so technically he could be talking about like 5 years ago, but it would just take a whole lot of recontextualizing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have faith. And I'm excited.
I'm interested.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm also excited for Acolytes, which is the...
Okay. You're going to need to explain a lot of these to me. Like the remaining ones. Because I don't know exactly where we are.
This one I also don't know much about. It's set in the time of the High Republic, which is like a new era that we got like literally within the last year. Mm-hmm. I think it's a couple hundred years before the prequels.
Okay.
And I think this one is a series directed by... What's her face? Leslie Heidland. Is that her name?
Something like that. I've heard that name before.
Yeah, Star Wars, Acolyte... Yeah, Leslie Headland.
Okay.
I mean, that's one of the ones that we don't really know that much about, but I mean, I don't know any of the characters in that, and it sounds like it's going to be an original story, which is the exciting thing.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah,
and it's just a completely like new kind of.
That's what I want from Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the Andor series, which is coming out next year. I'm interested in that because I don't know if they're gonna do like a Mandalorian type thing where it's like just kind of open for the future, or if it's gonna be like the Obi-Wan series where it's a more limited run. Because I feel like that's a show with a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, I mean.
But I'm interested. It's going to be like a spy thriller type thing, which is cool. We've never really seen something like that for Star Wars before. Is that everything? There's a show, Visions is what it's called, and it's going to be like a bunch of Star Wars stories, but each episode is going to be directed by a different Japanese animation studio.
That is sick.
Yeah.
I did not know about that.
Yeah.
That is like number one.
We're getting legit Star Wars
just
anime.
The concept sounds great. The other one is The Bad Batch.
Ooh, yeah. I'm excited about that. That's the Clone Wars spin-off about the characters that were introduced in the last season. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen the last season, I highly recommend it.
Okay.
It's very good. There's an arc in there that's kind of less than good, but the actual finale, like the last 4 episodes, are some of my favorite episodes of television, just like ever. But yeah, they dropped a trailer for Bad Batch, and that looks fantastic. And then there are just like a couple of more odd things, like a droid story.
Thing.
Yeah.
And like Warwick Davies.
Oh yeah, Willow
is doing his thing.
And the Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, that's Lucasfilms. Yeah. James Mangold is doing it.
Oh yeah, he did Logan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Hopefully, please be good. I'm glad it's not Pratt.
Yo, yeah, no, Pratt would have killed it. I think in the negative turn.
I'm glad it's Harrison.
Yeah.
My boy.
My boy.
My boy.
I hope it has time travel.
Trying to see if there's anything else. Just
my dog's barking.
Disney.
That
I'm missing.
Well, actually, we've been talking for about an hour and 10 minutes. Do you want to end this soon on the Tom and Jerry note?
On the Tom and Jerry note?
Yeah, because we wanted to talk more about that.
We're going to talk more about Tom and Jerry?
Yeah.
Okay, what else you got? Dude, I can keep talking. I don't care. I don't care about these listeners.
That has been proven.
Oh my god, it just looks like Google Street View. It's like, I can't get over it.
Yeah, it looks terrible. It literally looks like they just got a bunch of celebrities and had them stand in a room and act like something was happening around them.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's like all animals are animated? Because like there's these elephants at this wedding that are animated.
Okay.
So are there like live action animals anywhere? Or
Probably
is it just all
not,
animals
maybe.
are like little cartoons?
I don't know. I think we'll find out when I inevitably watch this movie in theaters.
Yeah. When does it come out?
Jesus Christ. Next year, I think. Yeah, March 5th, 2021.
March 5th. Alright.
Let's read the Wikipedia premise. Tom gets disowned from his house after failing to do his job as a house cat and destroying the home because of his incompetence for the final time with his longtime rival Jerry. I don't want to read this anymore.
So, like, Jerry gets Tom kicked out of the house?
Yeah, so Tom has to go to, it looks like a hotel.
That's terrible.
To do the same job.
Jerry's a little prick.
Yeah. Well, and also bad owners. If you're only keeping a cat to get rid of a mouse. It's got a frustratingly full cast, too.
Ken Jeong?
Yeah. You know him as the host of The Masked Singer and also another show that he's hosting.
Yeah, he's doing something else. But he's Senior Chang, dude.
It's got Michael Pena, Rob Delaney, Chloe Grace Moretz.
Have you watched Community?
Colin Yost. Oh, yeah, I've watched Community. I love Community.
Senior Chang.
The paintball episodes, well, the first 2 are fantastic.
Bangers.
You know what I love about the second? Is, community spoilers, by the way, if you haven't watched it. When Abed takes on the concept of Han Solo, he's doing it opposite to the guy who would go on to play Lando.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
That's wild.
I think that's fun.
Super wild. Also, I get a lot of Variety emails, so this is a very random piece of news that might not even end up happening. But I was checking my email this morning, scrolling through, reading the Variety headlines, and Boots Riley is getting a series at Amazon.
Oh boy.
Boots Riley is the guy that made Sorry to Bother You.
Ooh.
Which at the time I said that this guy, if he wanted to keep making movies and he made movies as good as this, he would be like as good as Kubrick was.
Yeah.
Because of how like amazing that movie is. So
yeah, that's a great movie.
Finally, he is making more content. It is coming in a TV series. Hopefully, I actually end up watching it.
That's yeah.
But that is so exciting. It's called I'm a Virgo. Pretty funny.
What else has he done? Has he done other movies or TV?
So he was part of a rap group called... Oh, no.
The Coop?
The Coop.
Yeah.
So he was part of the Coop, and then the only like piece of writing and directing he's done was Sorry to Bother You so far.
Are you kidding me?
And,
that movie's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Good for him.
So he's finally doing more work, which is very exciting.
Yay. Cool. Let's
You know what's lame?
What's lame?
The HBO Max thing.
What's up with that? Oh, the movie's
Warner
going
Brothers
to.
thing? That's
too.
lame.
I'm not too familiar with that area.
So basically, Warner Brothers said, "Okay, guys, for 2021,
Yeah.
every single one of our movies, us being Warner Brothers, all the DC movies that are coming out, all of like just any other projects that we're doing, they will be released on HBO Max the same day they go to theaters."
Right. Yeah.
Which is super lame.
Yeah. Really terrible for movie theaters, which are already struggling.
The main one that I'm upset about regarding that is Dune. He's a Warner Brothers property.
Yeah.
That's super lame.
It's gonna absolutely demolish the box office for those movies
Imagine watching Dune on like your TV.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not how it's meant to be experienced. Like, so clear. Like, watching the trailer on my laptop feels bad. Like, I feel like I'm doing a disservice.
Me, I plan to watch it on the back of a seat on an airplane. It's the only way to watch movies.
But, like, Villeneuve has said that, like, it's something he would like to, like, if he was able to, he'd like to, like, do more of, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he also said that about Blade Runner, but nobody saw that, so, like, maybe that wasn't even in his control anyway. But, like, there's just no chance at it now.
Yeah.
Like, they won't make the money. And, like, he has gone on record. So, this is, like, huge. Like, if it's bad, that we can, like, look back at this. Like, he's gone on record and been like, this is my best movie by far. Yeah. This is a guy who's made, like, masterpieces.
Yeah, he did Blade Runner. What else did he do?
He did 2049.
Yeah.
He did Arrival.
Oh, I've been meaning to watch
Prisoners. He did Sicario. Like, he has made some really, really great movies. And
yeah.
He's like, this is my best movie by far.
Jesus.
And who knows if that's true, right? But
yeah.
Like, it's just so, it's so upsetting to me that that's just, like, getting shoved on a streaming service.
How can...
Instead of, like, giving it the chance at the box office.
How can we be biffing the entertainment industry so hard?
I
feel like we're, like, really screwing it up right now, right?
It's bad. Like, it's not good. Imagine if, like, Tenet, like, premiered on HBO Max.
Well, yeah, I had heard that Nolan was mad about kind of all that happening. I didn't know much about what it was.
Coming out on HBO Max like next week, maybe tomorrow, like this week.
Yikes!
And he's not happy about that.
Yeah,
like that's still like super early. But like here are all of the 2021 Warner Brothers movies that will be released on HBO Max. Okay, I'll just look for things that I've heard of. Judas and the Black Messiah, Tom and Jerry. Let's see. Godzilla vs. Kong.
Ooh.
The Conjuring 3. In the Heights, the Lin-Manuel Miranda musical, is just going to go onto HBO Max. The Space Jam movie, the Suicide Squad movie,
Jesus,
Dune, Matrix 4, Mortal Kombat, like all of these like blockbusters that like in theory could make money.
Yeah. Is this? I mean,
straight to the streaming service. It makes no sense to me.
Do you know? Is this like just for coronavirus precautions, or is it like when the coronavirus is hopefully gone in the future? They're planning to keep on doing this.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that it's probably
like if this is the new norm, it could be. I mean, not the final nail in the coffin of movie theaters, but it's certainly not good for movie theaters.
See, now, it is a good thing that this is, like, Warner Brothers that is doing this, right?
Yeah.
Because Warner Brothers, like, while they are one of, like, the movie titans,
they're not...
Like, they are not the
They're not
titans.
Disney, yeah.
They're not Disney.
If Disney did this, it would be the end.
If this was, like, Disney saying that all of our movies are going to go to Disney Plus, like, the same day as theaters, like...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Pack
like,
it up,
AMC,
terrible. Go home.
But, like, it's still, like, just awful. Like, so, from what I understand, like, what I imagine is that, like, it's a move, like, okay, we're gonna, like, increase our deal with HBO Max. HBO Max struggled because they had a terrible launch, because, like, they didn't, it was all confusing because of HBO Now and HBO Go, and, like, what is HBO Max, what's the difference, like,
yeah.
It had a terrible launch, not that many people bought it, and so it's probably a combination of that, and so Warner Brothers is like, look, we'll help you guys out, and, like, we need a better deal, and, like, this is how we think we can make money next year.
Yeah.
Because, like, they don't think the box office will be back in time to make the money on these things, which, like, I don't know. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not, but, like, it just feels so bad.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not a great call, I think.
It feels terrible.
I could get, like, a week or two after release. Like, even that wouldn't be great, but I could get it more.
Yeah, I mean, that was the thing with Universal. Like, Universal re-signed their deal with, like, AMC, because AMC movies had, like, AMC had, like, priority or something on Universal movies. I don't really know how those contracts work.
Yeah.
But, like, it was, like, 7 weeks, I think. Maybe more than that they said, like, it has to be in theaters for this long until we can put it on a streaming service.
Yeah.
And they changed the contract to 3 weeks. And that already was, like, a huge deal.
Yeah.
That was, like, this is gonna hurt bad.
Yeah. So day of is...
But, like, this is, like, literally day of.
Jesus. I mean, I think the best thing that we can do is just not watch it on the streaming services.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, a lot of these things I'm not going to want to watch on the streaming service anyway.
You're telling me you don't want to watch Tom and Jerry?
Okay, Tom and Jerry I'm going to watch on HBO. That's just going to happen. But, like, I'm looking over here at, like, this TV that I watch movies on, and it is not that big.
No.
And I'm not watching Dune on that. Like,
yeah.
It's Dune. But, like, I don't know. I think it's, like, crazy to me that, like, there are people who are, like, that's, like, they would rather have that option.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but, like,
just to be perfectly honest, I think because we kind of know more about film and we've kind of gotten more acquainted with, like, what a good screen and what good sound systems are, it's just kind of more difficult to watch something on a shitty, like, I've got a bad Samsung, like, 2005 screen in my room, and if I watch a movie on that, it's just not going to be the same as, like, a movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
So but then, you know, some people just don't really care. A movie's a movie, and they care about, like, the characters and the stories instead of really how it's filmed, or, you know.
I don't know, dude. We'll see.
Yeah.
What happens, I guess.
I wanna wrap this thing up soon. But have you watched anything good recently?
Anything good recently?
Yeah.
Good question. So I hadn't watched anything for like a long time.
Yeah, me neither. I like
There were
completely
no
fell out
breaks.
of film for a second there.
Yeah. But as soon as my final ended, I was like, all right, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna watch me some movies. After my last final, and I don't know if you know this, but last weekend, there was 2 different Meryl Streep movies that were released to streaming on
No, I
Netflix.
didn't
There was
know
The
that.
Prom.
Oh, yeah.
On HBO Max, there was the new Steven Soderbergh movie, Let Them All Talk. So I had myself a Meryl Streep double feature. The Prom is terrible.
Yeah.
It is awful. It's so
I've heard
bad.
that much, yeah.
It's like, it's what I imagine Glee is like. I've never watched Glee, but I imagine it's something like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it. So boring. Makes no sense. It's oh my god. It's something else.
Yeah.
The characters are like just so like I don't even know how to like they're just so like over exaggerated. It's so ridiculous. And then this other movie is like the most like quiet like talking movie.
Ooh.
It's just like these people talking and like conversing. Lucas Hedges is in it.
Yeah.
It's not great,
Oh, okay.
but like it's not bad. It's like
Yeah.
the most like I don't even know how to. It's like a play. It
Okay.
felt like I was watching a play.
Well,
But
it
it's
may
just,
have been, like, converted from a play.
It very well could have been, but like
What was it
was
called?
just a bunch of Let Them All Talk.
Well, okay,
I
yeah,
swear,
that...
Soderbergh movies, like Soderbergh just drops movies and like nobody talks about it. Like this guy who like did like Ocean's 11 and like has an Oscar and like this huge name like just releases movies like every year and it's just like here, check it out if you want, and nobody even knows about them. I mean, like it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was hoping for more, but like it's okay. I made a whole list of movies that I'm gonna watch.
It looks like it was made for film. According to Wikipedia, much of the dialogue was improvised by the cast.
That sounds correct. There's a lot of like that kind of stuttery dialogue.
Oh, I love
like,
that.
Like kind of like what Sorkin does.
Yeah.
Artificially.
Oh, I've been
But-
watching a bit of The West Wing lately. Or my family has, and I've been tuning in every now and then.
Tuning into the West Wing.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't know why more people don't talk about it, but he's a pretty good writer.
I still haven't watched the Trial of the Chicago 7. Need to get on that.
Oh, yeah. Is that the one with Sacha Baron Cohen?
Sacha Baron Cohen, Eddie Redmayne,
Yeah.
somebody else. There's another one in there. There's another big name. I don't
Yeah.
remember who it is.
Um,
Need to get on that. Need to get on a lot of things.
I watched, last night, actually, I watched The Death of Stalin, which I've been meaning to watch since it came
I've
out.
never seen it. It's on Netflix. I need to watch it.
It's very good. I don't know why I went into it expecting to know a lot about Russian politics, but I
No,
didn't,
yeah.
and I was a good bit confused for a while. But it does a good job of kind of keeping you invested in the characters, even if you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
It's very well filmed, very well acted. Steve Buscemi and Jason Isaacs are
Jason
standout
Isaacs, right?
performances. It's written and directed by Armando Iannucci, who also wrote Veep. I don't know if you've watched Veep.
Yeah.
But that show is amazing. That show is so good. Which like I didn't realize until after, but I feel like I should have, because it's very similar writing wise. Just kind of a lot happening all at once, very fast talking, but all very kind of like grim, dark humor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I also watched for the first time a couple nights ago, The Fantastic Mr. Fox.
I have never seen Fantastic Mr.
It
Fox,
is
and I feel like it's like
very cute.
like yeah.
It's like, I feel like Wes Anderson, his style was like made for kids movies. I love that he does some like darker and grittier stuff, but it's just when he uses it for more lighthearted, like animation type stuff, I think it's just wonderful. Yeah, good movie.
He's king.
Also with Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, I've been trying to watch more movies lately because I kind of fell out of it.
Yeah, I have a whole list of things.
Yeah.
I have this whole note here.
Oh, look at that.
Things I'm gonna watch.
That's what I've been using my new Letterboxd for. Would you believe me if I told you that this whole hour and a half was just me getting ready to plug my Letterboxd?
I still use the M3 letterbox. That's
yeah.
the most M3 thing still going on is because I never made my own.
If
so
you, if you, the lovely listeners, if you, the listeners, are still following the M3 Movies Letterboxd, that's all Brian.
Yes. I review everything I see. You want to hear my prom review?
Yeah, give it to me.
Okay, so here it is. It says, I pulled up Letterboxd because I was certain that this movie was almost over, but it turns out I'm not even halfway through.
Jesus.
And I said, I will wait till the end of the movie to add a score, but I think that says pretty much everything. I really thought that it was almost over, and I was only an hour in.
Yikes.
And then there was another hour, and I was like, oh no.
Yikes.
And it gets a little bit better. The
that's good.
half, I will say, is like a minuscule amount better than the first half.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. It's very weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah, sure.
Do you want to do an M3 suggestions?
I'm down. I actually have one in mind.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Okay, so this movie actually does not come out until late February, which is awkward because. But also, there's like a decent chance that there's not another one of these in between then. I mean, maybe there will be. I don't know, but I'm just throwing it out there now because I saw it as part of the virtual festival that I attended in the fall, and it's called The Killing of Two Lovers.
Ooh.
It is directed by a guy who has been around for a bit, but has never made anything that is, like, super, like, well-known. His name is Robert... Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
But it's either... because I don't... It's an MAC name, but I don't know if it's, like, Mac or if it's Much, because it's MACH. So, I don't know. It's Robert McCoyan. I'll go with that. That's kind of an in-between.
McCoyan.
It's my number one of the year. It is so good.
The year being 2020 or the year being 2021?
Yeah,
okay.
So like I was debating as to whether or not to put it on next year, but I think that I'm going to extend January and February to count as 2020.
Okay.
Because that's what the Oscars are doing. So that'll just be my cutoff.
Yeah.
So it counts.
Okay.
It is so good. It is the most, like, pretentious. It's okay. Pretentious in the sense that, like, it's like 4:3 is the aspect ratio.
Yeah.
And, like, it's,
I love that.
Quiet and, like, very, like, just... But, like, it's not like the characters are pretentious. It's, like, it's about this guy who, him and his wife are having, like, a pretty open separation. Mm-hmm. And it's about him, like, what he's going through during this time. And, how he, like, debates about, like, murdering them. His wife and, her new, like, boyfriend, I guess.
Yeah.
And how he's, like, navigating that part of his life with his kids. And it is so good. The ending is so... It's, like, the most genius ending I've ever seen. It is so good.
Yeah.
I can't, like, find enough good things to say about it. Like, there's just... Everything that it's doing is so good. Maybe my favorite performance of the year. I don't know what this guy's name is. I always forget. He is so good in this lead role. I'll find it.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm not letting this guy go.
I may goof around and actually edit this one this time.
Clayne Crawford. as the main character is excellent. He's so good. It has a 92 on Metacritic right now, which I didn't know. I just found that out. Huge. It's only 4 reviews, but I'm glad that I'm not the only one who thinks this is just like.
That's pretty high for Metacritic, though, isn't it? I feel like Metacritic is pretty like famously low most of the time, right?
It's so good, and it comes out February, I think, 23rd. And I don't know if that's going to be in theaters or like on streaming or how it's going to work, but see it. It's Neon.
Oh, Neon.
Neon never misses.
Yeah.
Neon never misses.
I, Tanya, others.
It's so good. Okay. Yeah, that's my suggestion.
I am going to suggest let's do Breaking Bad. I don't know why. Yeah. Watch Breaking Bad. It was, I feel like most people now have the same kind of reaction to Breaking Bad if they haven't seen it, of like, yeah, I've heard that it's supposed to be great.
Yeah.
But I just haven't watched it or like watched it yet or whatever. But like I was just like, okay, let's just watch it. And I did. And it's really good.
Yeah, I've heard it. I've seen like a lot of like big scenes from Breaking Bad.
Yeah. You won't get the full effect. I promise.
I don't get the full effect. But I'm already just like, I would love this if I just watched it.
I think it's honestly, it's like, it's pretty genius how it's written, because it's one of those shows where everything comes back into play at some point, but it's done very naturally. And it's just, I don't know. It's like stuff from season 1 finds its way into the last season in a way that is just
doesn't feel
perfect. Yeah. And I mean, Giancarlo Esposito, who plays Gus Fring, he's fantastic as always. And what's his face? Bryan Cranston, he does great. It's just so well made. It's a great show. Yeah. All right. Let's wrap this bad boy up. It was good.
I guess that's it.
It was good talking to you again, buddy.
It was good talking to you as well.
All right. I'm Jack. Say your name.
Oh, I'm Brian.
Yeah. This has been M3 Movies. We love your stupid faces. Bye-bye.